feel like when you get injured and you come back, there's always things you got to work through. But at this time of year, when you play as long as we did, everyone's kind of banged up in their own way. But the later it went on, the more normal I felt. So was just happy to be back with the guys.
Did you have a procedure for your injury at the end of the season?
Yeah.
We just saw Brendan Gallagher break down in tears here, talking about how he's probably played his last game. You were here 1 year. Just what do you take away from Brendan Gallagher?
Yeah. There's not enough words you can say what he's kind of meant to the organization and just what I can take away from the one season, just the teammate and the player and the competitiveness, and it was really awesome to I've played against him from afar, and always a guy that was annoying to play against. He's always in front of the net, and to get to know him as a guy and be his teammate was awesome, and really enjoyed it.
Now that you've had one season here in this supposed mecca of hockey, what's your thought about how it went?
Obviously it was it's a long season when you play as late as we did. There's always the ups and downs, but as a whole I feel like it was a positive year. Really enjoyed becoming part of this group. Felt like I fit in right away. It's such a fun group of guys to be around, and just an organization as a whole was awesome to me. So I'm really happy to be here for foreseeable future, and I'm excited to get to work and get ready for next season.
Any team that makes it to the Final Four is close, but how far away do you think you are from a championship?
You never know. I feel like we were a team that was capable of going to a cup final this year. So what you can do is you take those experiences and you learn from things you did well, things that you can be better at, and as a group you stay hungry and get to work, because just because you have a great season and get to this point, it's only going to get harder from here. So as a group there's lots of positives, and we feel like if we put in the work, we can be right back there next year.
Kent and Jeff Gorton said a few minutes ago that there's going to be learning, especially the way that you guys defend as a team. Do you think that it's the case too?
Yeah,
especially after the series against Carolina.
Yeah, I think we've shown we obviously can defend with the best of them when we're on top of the game, and obviously when things get a little loose, holes open up. So I feel like the best experience you can get and learn from is what we just went through, and to be down to 3 teams left and be playing the teams that we did. If you look at the teams we play, 3 of the top 5 teams in the standings in the league. So I feel like we can take a lot from that, learn from that, and be better for it. And I know as a group we're super hungry and still disappointed about the results. So I'm sure guys will be hungry to put in the work and get ready for a big year next year.
What's your takeaway of the loss to Carolina specifically? Just overall, what did you take from that series?
Yeah, I think obviously they were a tough test. We obviously got off to a great start in Game 1. Was able to take advantage of them on their layoff, and then you lose 2 overtime games. If a bounce goes here or there, it could be a different series. But they were the better team for the majority of the series. They didn't give us much. It was hard to generate anything, and like I said, it can be a learning experience for the group to know what it's going to take to get over that next step, and the type of game we're going to need to be able to play. And so I feel like as a group we'll learn from it and be better for it.
So what do you think you have to do to take
better in all areas? At this time of year, every team's good offensively, good defensively, and it's the details of the game usually make the big difference. And we could have done a better job of. I felt like we didn't get to our game. They were dictating the play a lot, and that was a big thing for the series. We weren't able to generate much, so it's something we can. Like I said, there's lots you can learn, not just one thing, and as a whole to be better.
You feel like you learn a lot about how physically and mentally it's draining to go that far?
Yeah, it's when you go on these playoff runs, it's taxing. Everyone's physically, but mentally too. Just the high pressure situations, the amount of overtime games, stuff like that. I feel like the group has a good sense now of what it takes when you play this long, late into the season, just mentally and physically, what you got to be prepared for and be able to handle.
How would you analyze your season personally? Was it the best version of yourself?
I feel like at times it was. I still feel like, there's things that I can be better at. And, as a player, in the off season, you never like to lose. But, as a player, you analyze your whole season, find things that you can do better, what you did good. For me, I'm always going to be trying each day to get better and improve my game. And come into next season hungry and want to take another step and just help the team in any way I can to have success and win hockey games.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a good summer. Have a good summer.
Thank you.
Do I need this?
No.
Sorry. Look good, guys, or no?
No, you always look good, you know that.
Yeah, thanks.
You have a talk with Brendan the last couple of hours.
Yeah, we talked and great guy. Probably one of the best guys you can have when you come to NHL, and we sit close to each other. So his little pranks, making fun of me, and trying to put me on a board for chalk me up for some money every game. It's the best guy.
What's it gonna be like without him?
Without him, I haven't thought about it yet. It would definitely feel weird. So, I haven't thought about it yet.
What have you learned from playing with him?
Well, that you can go head first everywhere, and that's what I do sometimes, anyways. So, no, but just the way he works every day and how hard he plays for the logo and doesn't care about himself, only cares about his team. And like I said, one of the best guys I could ever play with.
You don't have the same style.
What do you think you learned about? Just last year you played 5 playoff games. This year you played 19. Yeah. What do you think you've learned about how your game fits in a playoff environment as opposed to what you learned last year? What more did you learn?
Well, I think everyone in here got better during this year playoffs. So much good experience. How to take care of the body, because we play every other day, especially when you go for 7 first 2 series. It's hard, but I think it was, like I said, it made me better 100%, and now I know for next year how to prepare myself better, how to be better and more efficient every game.
What would it take, right? What goes into it?
Well, you got to be prepared mentally, take care of the body, and just everything you do during the day. I feel like it goes into that.
If the first line carried this team during the season, did the first line do enough in the playoffs in general?
What a great question. Obviously, we all wanted more out of us, and some games I feel like we were almost trying to do too much, and it worked less because of that. But that's how it is. You don't really have a lot of time to think during that, because you can't get mad over one game. So it was kind of a roller coaster, which I don't like. I always want to go up with your performance, and 100%. Could have been better, but like I said, it made us better for next year again.
What do you think? We all saw what makes Ivan Devanov a special player. Could you just give us some insight on what makes him a special teammate and how dedicated he is to helping this team win?
Well, first of all, he's from my side of the world, so that makes we understand each other, and he's just a great guy, always smiling, working on himself, either in the gym or on the ice. he's always preparing, before the games, and yeah, I feel like he's gonna talk more and more with the time, because obviously he's working on his English, but no, he's just a great guy, and I love his work ethic. Him and Laine, what they've been doing. I feel like a lot of us should look up to that for sure.
Why do you think the team struggled at home in the playoffs?
I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't thought about it, but I would say it is the way it is. We're good on the road. That helped us, but I wouldn't really pay so much attention. What if next year is it the opposite way? It's always, you're not going to win them all, and if it happened this way, it happened this way.
You always have high expectations for yourself, and you talk about trying to do too much because you felt you needed to. What did you learn about managing your own expectations for yourself?
Learn a lot. It's not going to be always the way you want it to be, or I want it to be, but you always just gotta. Sometimes you gotta try less and play a little smart, not smarter, but smarter, but simpler. Yeah. So I would say sometimes when it's not going my way, I think I should be more simple in what I do.
Nobody's 100% healthy in the playoffs, but how did you feel physically, especially after the first round against Tampa?
I felt good. I don't think we should blame anything on how our bodies feel. That you're playing against guys that their bodies feel the same. So I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think anyone should say blame how you feel. It's a mindset thing at the end of the day.
But did you finish the playoffs close to 100%?
Sorry?
Did you finish the playoffs close to 100% physically?
Yeah.
What do you think this team needs to add to take another significant step next season?
Well, I feel like we got already so many good parts of this team here, and I think we need to add experience, but and we got it this playoffs. So I'm 100% sure that next playoffs will be even better for us.
How do you think for you the biggest challenge in the playoff? It was more mentally than physically.
I would say not more. I would say it was like 65-35. Mentally, physically, because I feel like the mental part is a little more important in playoffs.
What do you think the expectations should be for this team? What are your expectations for this team for next year?
The highest expectations, I mean, we one of the youngest teams. We made it to the Eastern Conference Final, and it wasn't by luck. I think we earned it with our performances, and I think next step is to make it to the other finals, in my opinion, and I feel like that's what everyone here wants to do.
Juraj, I'm sorry if you went over this, but just your reaction to Brendan Gallagher saying he's not going to be back and what he's meant to this team.
Like I said before, he's a great guy. He's a type of guy for a young guy like me when I come in, you want to be around a person like that. He brings you in. He treats you like you've been here for a long time. Obviously, sometimes he makes fun of you and does all his stuff, but that's a big part of it, and he makes you feel really good when you're in the locker room with him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your summer.
En fait, Cole, il est là-bas.
Ah oui, il est. Phil, tu as joué plusieurs années dans tes 2 séjours avec Brendan. C'est clair qu'il s'en va. C'est tourner la page avec les Canadiens. Comment tu le vis, comment vous le vivez, vous autres, les coéquipiers?
Écoute, moi je sais pas c'est quoi le mot around personnellement, mais écoute, regarde, c'est un carrier, puis tout ce qu'il a fait pour le Canadien, c'est exceptionnel. Il est arrivé contre les odds, un petit gabarit, mais le gars il allait en guerre à chaque game, devant le net, scorer des gros goals, payer le prix pour les boys dans les deux sens, un joueur 200 pieds. care, block shot, il est tout un leader, puis tout un honneur d'avoir pu jouer avec lui aussi, puis d'avoir pu côtoyer pour un bon bout de sa carrière.
T'as appris quoi de lui en jouant à ses côtés?
Ah, ben le cœur à l'ouvrage, dédié hors glace comme sur glace. Tout le temps le fun d'être around, il est funny. Il care tellement la game, puis dédié complètement pour l'équipe. Puis tout un joueur pour le Canadien là, dans l'histoire.
As a really good player. You get to a point sometimes where you're doubted. And Brendan's been doubted his whole career, and you, even this year, you've been doubted. Just how can you relate to what Brendan has gone through, and what does he have left as a player?
Doubted. I mean, it's part of the game. As you get older, there's always people that doubt it, and that trying to put you under the bus, and trying to end your career for you as well. So you can listen to what people say. Obviously, the league is really fast, and the smart guys play longer because they adapt to the game, and they adapt their role as well. For Gally, I mean, he's the hardest worker out there. No matter what age he'll be the hardest. So I don't know what's for the future of Gally, but he can still play, I'm sure. But sometimes changing teams or changing air a little bit helps give you a second wind. But yeah, it's just but you can't let people tell you what to do. That's for sure.
Il y a une période, il n'y a pas si longtemps, où toi, lui, puis avec Tatar, vous étiez le meilleur trio à 5 contre 5 de la LNH. Quand tu repenses à ça, c'est quoi les genres de souvenirs qui te viennent en tête là, des trois ensemble?
Je sais pas, j'ai même pas repensé à ça, mais non, mais c'était spécial là, de jouer 2 premières lignes à Montréal, puis spécialement en tant que Québécois pour moi personnellement, puis avec les fans extraordinaires, la ville. Non, c'était une grosse ligne à l'époque. On était en finale de la Coupe aussi avec cette ligne-là, ou presque. Donc, des belles memories vraiment overall.
Philippe, tu as été assez longtemps ici, puis tu es revenu pour savoir que Brandon, c'est un gars qui prenait le heat pour l'équipe, parfois, avec nous les médias, quand il y avait des trucs un petit peu touchés à commenter, quand l'équipe allait mal. Tu vois-tu quelqu'un qui a le coffre pour le remplacer versus ce qu'il aura laissé comme héritage, mais de ce côté-là particulièrement, de prendre les responsabilités quand c'est le temps?
Ben c'est sûr qu'il y a des boys qui ils vont step up là-dedans. C'est sûr qu'il y a un grand leader qui quitte, les autres step up. Puis ça fait partie du roulement de la business. Puis une opportunité pour certains gars de devenir un grand leader. Comme Gary, on sait, était un des grands leaders du vestiaire. Donc, ça donne une opportunité à les jeunes. L'équipe est extrêmement jeune. Puis toutes les jeunes qui veulent se prouver aussi dans toutes les facettes, que ce soit le leadership ou sur la glace, hors glace. Donc, il y a plusieurs facettes que les jeunes n'ont pas encore développées, puis ça va faire partie du processus.
Phil, si dans 10 ans tu te fais demander ton histoire ou anecdote préférée concernant Gallagher que tu as connue très bien, ça serait laquelle? Même aujourd'hui, mettons, je te demande aujourd'hui.
Tu m'en poses une bonne. Ben, probablement, il n'arrêtait jamais de parler, ça c'est sûr. Garly était tout le temps en train de te piquer aussi. Je dirais pas anecdote, mais je te dirais le plus grand mauvais perdant que j'ai vu, là, ça c'est sûr. Garly, il take it too far. Tu ne pouvais pas le pousser trop, là, sinon s'il perdait ou quelque chose de moins. Un grand bataille, là, vraiment. Là.
Tu le battais-tu au ping-pong souvent? Ou c'est pour ça
je l'ai battu dans la game à Caroline, je l'ai battu. Il disait que c'était juste une game de 3, mais regarde, c'est pas grave. Il a gagné. 3-2. Fini, c'est une bonne note.
Victoire, c'est une victoire.
Ça a été une année fertile en émotions pour toi. Tu sais, à quel point tu sens que tu es sur ton X à Montréal. Tu sais, c'est comme tu l'as vécu fois 1000 là, avec les séries, l'ambiance et tout. Tu sais, je ne demande pas de comparer Los Angeles à Montréal, mais comment tu te sens sur ton X ici?
100% sur mon X. Vraiment, là, j'avais besoin de sentir ça aussi. Puis Je suis vraiment, vraiment à bonne place. Puis c'était une grosse année chaos, bouger ma famille de là-bas, échange. Réussi, trouver une école pour les enfants. C'était vraiment, on était dans le néant pendant un certain moment. Mais on a continué, on a sauté dans le vide un peu, puis on a fait confiance à la vie. Puis tu vois, on est revenu à Montréal. Sur mon risque, mon rôle a changé un peu, c'est sûr, mais reste quand même un peu similaire. Puis la confiance de Martin est venue avec ça. Puis j'ai compris le système de jeu, parce que c'est un système de jeu extrêmement différent des autres équipes que j'ai jouées dans le passé. Puis je me suis adapté à ça, puis j'ai rentré. Je trouve que je suis très bien ici. Puis les gars, très accueillants, évidemment. Un excellent groupe. Puis autant organisation, staff, Jeff, tout a évolué. Puis ça en dit beaucoup sur l'organisation, puis qui veulent gagner vraiment. Donc,
Tantôt, Jeff Gorton et Kent Hughes ont dit assez clairement que l'équipe devrait mieux défendre. Entre autres, l'élément de la série contre les Hurricanes a peut-être été quelque chose qui est sorti de ça. Penses-tu que, vous êtes allé en demi-finale, c'est quand même quelque chose, mais que pour raffermir encore ce que vous êtes comme un club qui veut avoir un championnat, c'est par là que ça passe?
Oui, 100%. Il te faut une bonne offensive, ce qu'on a. Il faut scorer des buts importants. Mais c'est sûr que la défense, tout passe par là pour gagner, que ce soit goaler, défenseur, les joueurs d'avant. Aussi, je te dirais les détails, les détails, les petites batailles, c'est comme ça, de se renforcer un peu là-dedans. Tu voyais Caroline à la fin, c'était leur bread and butter, les batailles, puis ils ont le dessus. Donc, c'est être peut-être des petits changements, pas changements, mais de l'amélioration, de la force physique un peu, peut-être. Donc ça vient avec la maturité. Puis je pense que c'était ça un peu à la fin. Puis oui, défendre un peu mieux, évidemment. Donc la défense, tu gagnes les championnats avec ça, mais tu as besoin de ton offense aussi.
Cole s'est blâmé quand même assez sévèrement tantôt en disant « j'ai été mauvais, plain and simple ». De ton expérience et de ce que tu as vu dans les séries et tout ça, est-ce que ça prend ces apprentissages-là puis il faut se cogner le nez peut-être un peu à 5 contre 5 comme top guy avant de pouvoir éventuellement shiner autant en série qu'en saison?
Ben là, je dirais pas qu'il a été mauvais. Là. Je trouve juste qu'il y avait beaucoup de pression sur ses épaules. Les playoffs, c'est comme une game un peu différente. Puis en 2021, il a été une grosse pièce pour qu'on était en finale de la Coupe. Donc il y avait un rôle un peu différent, évidemment, puis moins de pression. Mais là, c'est une autre chaise. C'est un autre niveau. Il joue contre les meilleures lignes aussi. Donc, il joue contre les lignes qui sont supposées des shutdowns aussi. C'est pas... il joue pas contre une troisième ligne entre les games. Puis, donc, c'est pas évident comme rôle non plus. Puis aussi, tu peux gagner avec... il faut que tu as 3-4, puis ta deuxième ligne doivent scorer des buts aussi. Mais ça doit être une balance aussi. Là. Donc, mais je dirais pas qu'il a été pourri. Là. Il est très humble de dire ça. Donc, ça montre le leader qui est, puis la différence qu'il veut faire pour l'équipe là, à long terme.
Tu es conscient que les attentes des partisans vont être maintenant très énormes pour la saison prochaine. Comment vous allez gérer ça? Puis comment tu vois le futur, toi, de votre équipe à court terme?
Oui, bien là, c'est sûr qu'il ne faut pas se mettre trop de pression avec tout ça. Là. Déjà qu'il y en a beaucoup à Montréal, là, avec l'équipe de jeunes qu'on a, mais à the end of the day, quand on embarque sur la glace, on est allumé. Il n'y a pas de... c'est pas la pression que tu sens, on joue notre game, puis il y a du talent dans cette chambre-là, puis du caractère. Les gars veulent faire la différence. Donc, mais ça va être un autre challenge, c'est sûr. Un autre challenge, puis évidemment, pas trop regarder la télé les prochaines années, là, mais non, rester dans le présent, puis enjoyer. Il ne faut pas que ça soit trop lourd non plus. Là, j'ai déjà été ici à Montréal, puis quand tu vas du mauvais côté, ça peut être long. Là. Donc, il faut que ça reste le fun, une ambiance le fun. Puis, d'ailleurs, cette année, c'était vraiment plaisant. Puis, il faut que ça continue comme ça. Là.
Phil, how can you contrast the playoff runs that you went on in 2021 and this one?
Different team, for sure. We had a heavy year in 2021. I feel like the league updated a lot, upgrade towards more speed and more offense. I would say this team is particularly Montreal. The organization made some unbelievable draft picks, draft some franchise player. Yeah, I don't know. They just switched everything. I feel like I haven't played with any of these guys here almost, and this team is going in the right direction. That's for sure. But different team for sure than 2021.
When the new administration came in, they said they wanted to establish a culture here. So you're a really good person to evaluate the difference in the cultures. What is the biggest difference in the culture of this team from the previous administration?
They build, like they build with Marty, they build something way different than I've ever been, which is the detail on the ice, in the O-zone a lot, I would say, neutral zone as well. So there's always something new every game from Marty to adjust and play a new team, which I never seen, and I haven't seen that much in my career, that's for sure. And Marty's very updated in this and focus on details, and that's what makes the difference at the end of the day. And he also has the player to do it. It's not every player that has the ability to change every game and to adapt quick, but he's got the great group to do it.
Obviously disappointed about the season being over, but you guys had a lot to celebrate going forward. How excited are you about next year, about the prospects for this team going forward?
You mean about the team here right now? Obviously really excited. Get more weight a little bit, more maturity. What we've been through is unbelievable. 2 Game 7, conference final as a young group, one of the youngest since 1993, I believe. So, this year was huge for the growth of the team. You can see that boys want to make the difference, and we have some big players in this room, and we can accomplish some big things. But obviously, a lot of work to do, and want to keep our not the waiting line, but like our barometer.
Why? I
want to keep it even, okay? We don't want to go too high or too low, and that's part of the process. And our maturity is gonna be like, we understand there will be more people's gonna expect more from us as a young team, but it's still a process, and we're in it right now.
Thanks.
No, probably not.
Kirby, how will you analyze your playoffs?
It was good. It was a fun ride. Obviously, to get that close to being in the finals still kind of stings, and I think all of us are going to wear that throughout the summer. Just kind of brings more motivation to get back to that spot and go further next year.
And on a personal basis?
I felt confident in my game. Felt good. Felt like whatever the coaching staff asked of me to do, I was willing to do it, and was able to do it.
Have you had any talks at all regarding your future here?
No.
Are you looking forward to those?
It's season was what it was, and I think for me, I wasn't really focused on that at all and thinking about that. So kind of take some time over the next few weeks and figure it out.
But do you feel having a long playoff run might help you for your future contract?
Yeah, I think it was nice to be able to kind of go on that run and be healthy enough and play the style that I needed to play.
Kirby, how do you summarize your time here so far? I mean, it's been with all the injuries, it hasn't been easy. How do you sort of wrap up what you've been through since you got here?
Yeah, it's been a long couple of years. Obviously, the surgeries and the injuries, it adds up, and mentally it wears on you, and physically it's another thing. But for me, I just kept trying to have the same attitude, come to the rink every day, and making sure that I was doing everything I needed to be in the lineup.
Is there anything you played through in those playoffs specifically?
Yeah, I think if you go around the room and ask everybody, I think everybody was kind of dealing with stuff. So I think you deal with it now and see what the future holds.
What would you identify as maybe the biggest lesson that you learned during those playoffs?
It's a grind. I think physically, mentally, you're in this kind of bubble and zone where, honestly, I didn't know what days were, and I just knew that if we were playing or if we were traveling or practicing that day, like you have no real concept of what's going on in the outside world. You're together in this group, and it's 20, 23, 25 guys on this journey together, and it was a lot of fun.
Your injury things go right back to like when you were with Chicago and the World Juniors and that. How difficult is it to keep your confidence level where you have to have it with everything? It's one injury after another.
Yeah, it's hard. I think the mental aspect of it, people don't really understand or know truly what I've gone through and what I've dealt with in terms of the injuries and rehabs and trying to find my way back to my own game and be confident in that aspect. But for me, I never really lost confidence in myself. I know better now who I am as a person and a player.
When these situations pile up over time, is it difficult to keep a clear view of who you can be as a player and how good you can be when you say, be myself again, you know? Do you feel like it's...
Yeah, I think it's hard. It's not something that's easy and you're able to just kind of move on past it. I mean, for me, like a lot of that stuff's kind of lingered on, and so I just try and do everything I can to try and stay healthy, but at the same time, it's hard not to get frustrated with it and question things and wonder why it's kind of always happening. But for me, it's about finding the positives and focusing on those and being a good teammate to the guys here. And I mean, they've been great to me, and the support staff and trainers and everybody has done a heck of a job trying to get me back as quick as I can from those injuries.
Talking about being a good teammate, any thought on Gali who won't come back with the team?
I mean, Gali was the first guy when I got traded to pick me up from my hotel and to take me from the rink, and he's been an unbelievable teammate, and he was so important for us on the run, and did so many great things and helped us out so much. And I mean, as a young group, we've been able to learn from Gali and his experiences in the league, and we're very lucky to have him as a teammate, and we love him a lot. So, I mean, for us, we're a group in here, and we're just enjoying it all together.
You spent time with Patrik Laine, obviously, when you were hurt. What can you imagine, I guess, what you went through this season, and just what was it like being with him and seeing him in practices and everything when he wasn't playing at all?
Yeah, Patty's great. We love Patty, and he's a ton of fun to be around, and he enjoys life and loves the game of hockey. And it's another guy, like, watching him in the league when I was younger and what he's been able to do and accomplish is pretty special. And I think for us to be able to learn from a guy like that and his experiences was huge as well.
There was so much talk about the second line center on this team for years now. Do you feel as though this season in particular, with circumstances, it's an opportunity that sort of slipped through your hands a little bit in grasping that job?
I don't know. It's not really my job to pick the lineup and to decide who plays with who. So I was fortunate enough to play in that role a little bit, and just kind of whenever I was asked to do something, let's do it to the best of my ability.
Ken Hughes obviously has some tough decisions. Ken has some tough decisions to make.
What have you learned from you?
I don't know, not much. I feel like I'm pretty same guy. Yeah, it was an amazing year, and even though we didn't make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, I feel like everyone should be proud what they done. So it was a good year. Yeah.
Is it over your expectations? I mean, when you started the season, you were not in this position.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, everyone in here got here because they're determined and confident in themselves. So I knew, I can do. I mean, for me, like the sky's the limit in my head. I can do. I want to do whatever I possibly can to have a best career. So, I feel like this is just the beginning, and hopefully, I will continue to play like that next year too.
Jakub, what did it mean to have your mom here and their impressions, your mom and the family, their impressions of what you were living?
It's definitely different. Like definitely getting more popular around the city, and even for them, they are getting recognized on the street, which is just getting used to that a little bit. But no, they're super proud, and I'm really lucky to have such an amazing family. So I'm really glad that they were able to share this moment, and everyone came to watch. So yeah, it was good. I was happy for them.
And what was it like for you the past couple of months, being around town and running into people here?
I feel like I've just been out like yesterday and today, and it's definitely a little different than it was, because I feel like for a long time we were kind of in a bubble. Like we play almost every other day, and with the schedule we had this year, we didn't spend much time outside of the ring. I feel like it was ring, plane, hotel, or stay at home. So I haven't experienced it much.
What was key for you to have that success over the last couple of months?
Just sticking, believing in myself and trusting the process, I would say. Yeah.
What are you most proud about what you were able to accomplish this season? You came in here, number 3 goalie on the chart, and you end up as number 1.
I feel like playing till now was probably the best thing, because we spent more time together as a team. That was even like the game 7 in Buffalo. I was pretty much telling the guys that I don't care if I just want to move on to hang out with my friends for a little longer, and I feel like that's why we played the game, to be with each other, and we are such an amazing group. So yeah, just playing for the guys, playing for one another, and I feel like we played for so long that was probably the biggest accomplishment.
What was the learning experience from a physical standpoint to play a lot of games in a short period of time, which is something that you seem to have adjusted through from the beginning of the season through the playoffs?
No, I feel good. I mean, in the Carolina series, definitely my body wasn't recovering as fast as it's normal, but I felt good. I feel like I can play this amount of games, and I've been doing this for in college and Laval, so I feel good. I feel very comfortable throughout the whole year.
How did Marco help you the most after you came in here?
He's unbelievable. I have a lot of things to say, but Marco is he's great. He done a lot, and he had my back, and can't thank him enough. He's my guy.
What's your biggest connection with him?
Marco?
Yeah.
It's just natural. We've been together for a little while, so we know each other. Everything was smooth. From the day he arrived, we knew right away what to do, and we just went. It was nothing crazy. We saw each other after a long time, and we knew exactly what's the routine going to be, everything that we did, and it was pretty easy going forward.
When he was first hired, you talked about how positive he was.
Yeah, I mean,
how important was that for you, especially through the pressure of the playoffs and everything?
I don't know. He will always remind me how good I can be, and how. I don't know, I just feel like he had my back, and even I had a bad game, bad period, bad whatever, he would make sure he will just reset me, and I will have the next period, next game, I'll be good again. So I feel like he just knows. I feel like he knows me better than I know myself. So that helps a lot. And I was telling him that throughout the playoffs. I'm like, me. He goes, I do know you more than you know. I'm like, well, whatever. That's great. But no, it's been really cool, and I'm excited to work with him for years to come.
I hope they take the interim tag off his job then.
Marco, I do not have any comment on that. He loves Montreal. He's very passionate, so I'm pretty confident that he will be back.
Knowing that you can play as a number one guy from now, how different it's going to be next year for you?
I haven't even think about next year. It's stuff like you're kind of in a playoff moment, and it's weird right now to think about next year. I still need a little bit time to take everything in and think about it. Probably clear my head somewhere else, and I'll think about next year in a couple of weeks.
But knowing that you can do,
probably
is different for you at this point.
I wouldn't say really different. I feel like I knew that I can do this. It was, it's just life happens and happened in January. So yeah.
How would you describe Monty as a teammate?
Monty's unbelievable. I mean, the support I got from Monty and Jakub throughout the playoffs, it's really unbelievable. I mean, those guys were supporting me no matter what. Unbelievable teammates, both of them. Really, right? Even 3 goalies is weird. Best time we ever had. We always positive, always smiling, always laugh, joke. So we had a great time together.
How would you describe the feeling of being as a young man, the goalie of this franchise, putting this jersey on, winning big games in this jersey?
We talked about it yesterday with fouls. It's playing for the Montreal Canadiens. It's like you cannot really. There's nothing better than playing for the Canadiens. Like the jersey, the tradition, the Bell Center. It's like living a dream every day, over and over again. So I'm really proud to be Canadian. It's amazing what this franchise, this city is about, and we're just excited that we have a chance to, with this team, to win a Stanley Cup hopefully next years.
Is there one moment from this playoff run that's going to stand out as your sort of favorite memory?
Favorite memory?
You had that big ovation after one game when you were
I feel like Lainer's OT, that was crazy. Then Newey's OT, that's like you just absolutely done. The feeling when because I cannot score, so like when someone scores and it's over, it's the one of the best feelings because you're like, okay, it's done, we are moving on. And yeah, the OTs were probably the most fun from the Spain put, that you just cannot wait to be done, and you don't know what's going to happen, so it's just like really exciting.
Would you like to try to score?
I did score before in AAA, so I'm not. I know how that feels. Maybe, but I'm not really looking to score much, and I already done it. So I feel like once you check that box, you just try to close out games and get the wins.
How cool was it to be on the stage with the blue coats?
It was good. It was quick, but it's definitely a different. I was probably more nervous than for some of the games we played because you're kind of out of your it's a different feeling going on the stage. Yeah, you gotta perform, and there's no hockey or there's no net, so you're kind of like, oof, what am I supposed to do here? But no, it was unbelievable. We had a good time, and it was great to have the guys together for one more time before everyone leaves.
So the first time you shotgunned a beer?
I was going to say Ohio State.
I did. Went to. I was at Ohio State. The football games are fun there. So I'm not the best, but it was a cool moment.
Right.
Yeah, just fun.
Since Jacob Fowler was drafted, he was sort of looked at as the goalie of the future. That's what everybody sort of thought. Your name didn't come up at that point, the later draft pick. But you're talking about the relationship you have with him. With that in mind, how impressive is it the way that he's been supporting you when you're in a position that
Yeah, I mean, he's a great kid. We don't really talk much about hockey, to be honest. Like the stuff we talk about, it's a really healthy relationship, and he's an unbelievable goalie. Same with Monty. Like we just go try to push each other. I think it's a really healthy competition. It's a good competition for both of us. He's a good goalie. I'm a good goalie, so I feel like working with him and seeing what he does and I do, I feel like we have a good connection, and yeah, we'll see next year what's going to happen.
You said that you said that you knew that you were able to be a good goalie in the NHL, but you had a tough journey. You had to leave your country. Did you think back to that?
Yeah, definitely a lot of sacrifices that people probably don't see, but it's just in the back of my head, that's how I think, that I know how good I am and what I can do, and I just try to work hard, stay humble, and show my skill when it matters the most. But yeah, just I don't know, trying my best every day. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Hey.
Patrik, how do you describe everything you've went through this season and just the frustration level, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, obviously didn't play a lot of hockey, which not ideal as a hockey player, but yeah, it was a frustrating year from that standpoint. But at the same time, it was fun to see how the guys did, and just super proud of the guys that they made it that far. One of the last 3 teams standing. It was maybe a surprise to a lot of people, but not to me and not to these guys in the locker room. We know what we have here, and yeah, just super proud of the guys, how they did this year, and was just happy to be a part of it, whether it was on the ice or just try to support them and help them any way I can. So it was one of those years.
Were you still injured even at the end?
No.
Did you have expectation at the trading deadline? Were you disappointed after?
Yeah, I mean, yes, since everybody wants to play and kind of hope that you get to play again this year, but that's how it goes sometimes. And then it didn't happen, but we're still obviously happy to be here with this group, and especially where the group is going this year. So it was kind of mixed feelings for a little bit, but we're still happy to finish the year with the Habs, obviously, and be a part of this long run that I haven't been a part of since my second year. So it's you never know when you're gonna get these chances to make it that far into the season. So definitely happy I stayed here.
When did you learn that you weren't going to be playing for the rest of the year, basically? And how did the discussion go with management about it?
I mean, it's one of those things. I'll just leave it at that. I kind of figured early on that probably wasn't going to be playing, since I've been out for 4 or 5 months, and guys are battling for a playoff spot, and all the guys are playing great. So kind of figured that probably won't be playing, but I'll take this time to support the guys and work hard, and if the call comes, it comes, and if it doesn't, then we'll still keep working. It's only going to help me in the future, when you work hard every day, and that's kind of how I saw it this year.
How do you see things for you personally moving forward?
Oh, just excited where the wind takes me next year, but. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see new opportunities and see where it goes. I'm not too worried about it right now. Just right now, take a little breather and relax, and then get back at it. But yeah, we'll see where the wind takes me.
You were practicing for quite a while. How long ago were you healthy enough to return if they wanted you?
I think I could have come back pretty early, but it's just one of those things, you know, when you have surgeries and stuff, you don't always feel 100%. You know, I've been unfortunate that I've had plenty of those, so I kind of have experience with that. But yeah, I probably could have played pretty soon after New Year's, but also, you don't want to rush anything and, you know, go to play too early, and then you'll take a step back, and then it takes longer. So kind of wanted to be more and more cautious with that, and you know, took a little longer than expected, but yeah, that's kind of how it went.
Did the Canadiens ever ask you to waive your no trade at any point? Did they ever get to that?
That's why I have agents, so I just basically work here. I don't take part in those conversations, but so I don't really know what was going on with that stuff. But I don't think I was never asked personally. No.
I'm sure you feel that you can still play in this league and have success, but how detrimental can a year like this be, you feel, as far as perception and moving forward?
Yeah, I know. I'll be playing in this league for a long time. That's not a question. That's never something I've doubted. Just kind of need an opportunity, and great shape, feels good. Got still a lot of time before next season, so that's definitely something I'm not worried about. But you know, I think this year was especially hard since, you know, didn't play a lot of games and all that, but learned things about myself this year that I probably wouldn't have otherwise, and learned how to handle tough situations that will, you know, last me for a lifetime, way beyond hockey. So yeah, it was kind of, you know, one of those up and down years, but there's a lot of good stuff to take from this year moving forward for sure.
What will you remember the most?
Just to make sure.
Jesus Christ.
Seven questions. You get the green light from the medical staff to come back?
Yes.
When?
I don't remember when exactly, but but I did get a green light, yes. I don't remember the exact date. Might have to check my calendar on that, but no, I don't remember when.
You and your wife really embraced Montreal. What are you going to miss most about the city?
I think just the people, and not you guys, not for one bit. Not gonna miss that. I'm just kidding. I love everybody. No, I think just the city overall. You know, it's definitely felt like home the last 2 years we've been here. Like, you know, we've been very open about it, and just the organization. You know, like I was telling you know, everybody that. Been super blessed and privileged to be a part of this organization for a couple of years. Obviously, gotta thank them for that. I just gonna miss everything about it. You know, being here, it's been, you know, it's the best place to play hockey, and not for a reason, or for a reason. So just gonna miss it all, I think.
Thanks, Betty.
Thanks. Thank you guys.